Yeah, yeah, I was gonna mention that. So basically, it'd probably be like, I figured Curb would be texting Shadow to check on her, or see how she is at first, and then Shadow would be like, yeah, I'm just hanging out at the memorial place if you just want to take a break and chat for a bit.
Okay.
Since she would mention that she's not heading to the onsen, so she probably won't be around. And I figured, like, after that spiel, it'd be good to talk to her when she's, like, rested.
I know where they're at. Probably up there. Of course, it's gotta be up there. Guess anytime Shell's gotta be thinking, that's where they gotta go, huh? Oh, I had a place like that. Alright. Yep, no, I was hoping to buy some time just thinking about what else I could say to Shadow, but nothing's coming to mind. So just wing it. And there they are. Hey,
Hey.
I was picking a nice scenery for place to be thinking to yourself.
I didn't really have a chance to come back here since I got back. So,
Hmm.
I paid a visit. Felt good times any, really.
Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Of course, you don't mind if I sit here.
Go ahead. After last night, I could use a little bit of company. That's why I invited you.
Mm.
Just been kind of sticking around by myself. Of course, drinking with a friend is better than just drinking without company. You want one?
Uh, what is it exactly,
Just
actually?
gonna reach into a cooler. Juice?
Okay, sounds good to me then.
It's kind of my way of saying I think I'm gonna cut off on the drinking, actually.
Hmm. I thought it was my imagination. You might have been hitting things a bit hard recently.
Yeah, kind of. It's been kind of made me realize just yeah, I should lay off.
I mean, look, everyone's got their own thing with that sort of stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't. It feels like it doesn't really suit you, so to speak.
Hmm. Well, Yeah, last night was kind of a bit of a doozy.
Mm.
I didn't really mean to break down like that in front of everyone.
uh, I couldn't really exactly hear all the words that you were saying there. I don't know if you knew I was there, I guess. When you...
Yeah, I don't think I was really caring at that moment. Who was listening?
Out of character, did you get the cleaned out the red wine?
Get the red wine cleaned out?
Yeah, when Persephone spilled.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I was kind of a little amazed that to see there was a lot more, I guess, people supporting you.
I was kind of expecting to get kicked out, honestly.
Mm.
I wouldn't have been surprised, actually. Didn't expect to bump into Coda there, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, he got there before us. We were actually like playing laser tag and such, and somehow somebody got there before us, and I guess it was for the best.
Yeah, I noticed. I was just hanging out when because I didn't even realize what was going on. And then I just saw him just walking around, and then saw him go upstairs, which... Yeah, that was extremely surprising. So I wanted to go talk to him. Coda... I think he made me feel a lot better, honestly. Because...
What do you mean by that?
Well... I kind of found him in that spot that you saw us sitting in. He just made his way to the white room, probably waiting on you guys. I don't think he even saw me. We talked a little bit, chatted a little bit what's going on, how he's doing. I told him a little bit about what I'm doing. But I do remember the first thing he mentioned, at least I think it was the first thing that he mentioned when I walked up to him, was... He just looked at me and said, "I don't blame you." He basically said that, like, he knew my reasons, he knew why I did what I did. And honestly, I think he knew me better than I knew myself, honestly.
Do you know how old that dude is?
Older than me, I know that.
Yeah.
And I'm basically his fucking mom. This world's fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It was... It was weird at first, but I guess honestly I kind of just got used to it. I only knew him when he was, like, you know, grown, an adult. He's got a freaking family now too. A bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Someone he cares about.
I think he's like a lot. I think a bunch of them are adopted, but he does have some that are actual natural born.
Yeah. He's definitely doing all right for himself, and I'm glad. I haven't really actually got to see him since the funeral. It's just hearing him say that, the first thing when they see him, it helped. Made me feel a lot better. Kind of put my mind at ease a lot. It was the reason why I was kind of okay. I was okay with staying and not zipping as soon as I found out you guys were coming.
I suppose that's probably the difference between. Well, it's hard for me to say that, but like the difference between the mind of an adult and the mind of a younger person. But it's kind of hard to say that when
Mm.
when that happened, I mean, you're still just like what, like you're not even a decade apart from Cordelia.
Nope. I'm not a decade apart from Cordelia. I'm not a decade apart from Lynn. I'm pretty sure Coda's older than me.
Mm.
It's fucking weird. Like, and I didn't choose any of these either. They all fell into my lap.
Mm. Shame things turned out the way they did, but you know,
Yeah, but
now's now, and
I kind of knew that was going to happen. Honestly. Well, it was either, I thought either what actually happened would happen, or
I don't know. I kind of think that you would not gonna expect everyone to fail as glorious as they did. You know.
Yeah, but then I see the people that were with her at that party. They all really cared about her.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could feel a few holes being burned into me.
I don't know.
Honestly, like I said, I thought they just when. What was the one with the hood's name again? I should know his name, but I forgot.
Oh, Mr. Ion.
Was that Ion?
Yeah.
Okay, it was Ion.
Yeah.
I was not expecting for him to ask me to stay.
He understands. I mean, I don't know how much he knows, but like from what he's gathered, I guess he understands.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, since now that I know that, I didn't realize realize they were. I guess Mr. Ion was so, I guess, in with Cordelia and such, which makes me realize. Wait,
I know she had a lot of people looking out for her.
That just makes me think that, like, I guess that they knew Corona a lot, and
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he was one of the people at the den during the wake. He was mostly keeping an eye on Cord.
yeah, okay. Man, it took me such a long time to just get over the whole just being able to just talk to her.
Yeah. The sad thing is, I didn't even talk to her that much when Corona was alive.
Yeah, that's the reason why
I saw her. We said hi, but
that's the reason why I always just felt awkward after Carl left. Just yeah, I didn't realize there was a bit of a history with her, and I just wish that I'd been more proactive about stuff. I mean, not just with her, but also just anyone that's basically anyone would be saying, "Oh, that's a kid." I kind of wish I was more annoying rather than just wanting to respect, privacy wishes, etc., etc.
yeah. Honestly, I didn't think me leaving would actually sting that much. Or at least for her. Like, it hurt for me, obviously, but I didn't think it would get to hurt that much. She barely even knew me.
For her,
It was...
you're the last, I guess the last thing that was closest to Corona. In hindsight, like, yeah, that makes sense. But at the moment, like, I understand what you mean, but
I'm not used to people remembering me. I'm used to kind of just fading into the background.
mm,
I mean, hell, with our, I guess, tightly knit group of friends, it's different. But everywhere else, I was just used to just being just there.
you
So I wasn't expecting the reaction I got when everything happened, even though I kind of didn't really. It was out of the blue, it was out of nowhere, and I honestly could have handled things so much better.
I mean,
But
maybe you could have.
I guess I
I
did
don't
panic.
think maybe you could have, but uh, I'm not sure you were in the right place, right mental place to be doing that.
No. It wasn't. Everything I did was kind of just me panicking.
This is one of those. I guess you got to be growing up a bit before you can actually know how to handle a situation.
Yeah. You know what the sad thing is? It's not even the first time something like that's happened. At least with me.
Mm.
Every fucking time something's, like, happened that's kind of, like, threw me off the road, first thing I do is just panic and try to push everyone away.
Like something
When
related
we were dealing
to
with summer. Remember how I was always running off and just trying to figure things out on my own?
or during that time where I guess just how you handle things after coming back from Shadow Planet.
Yeah. That was the other example.
Mm. How did neighborhood watch girls react to seeing you again?
I didn't get a chance to see them all yet, but it was positive. Patty was ecstatic to see me again.
Mm.
I didn't really tell them much. I told them that I was just... I told them I was just going to school, which is true, but not everything.
Yeah.
But I think some of them, especially Patty, I think they knew that there was something on my mind and I just needed to go just take care of other things and get away for a bit.
Mm.
Maybe a group of kids, but they're smart as hell sometimes.
I'd say maybe in other areas, they're much more uh free-minded, or not free-minded, what am I looking for? Much more innocent kids. I don't know what the best way to refer to it as, but just children who don't have to worry about stuff. But Neighborhood Watch, they may still be kids, but they've been through some things that adults themselves would probably just rip their hair out from.
Yeah.
I hope you at least start taking notice that uh, people are, I guess, let's see, as you're maturing as like a fine wine, people are enjoying. No, okay, that's gonna be like a weird analogy going from where I'm going with this. Hold on. Okay. As time goes on, okay, all right. I'm not gonna
What?
bother with an analogy. Look, just as time goes
Mm-hmm.
on, people are gonna be getting a bigger of attachment to you. There's gonna be more and more people that are
Mm-hmm.
gonna, you know you and stuff like that, and well, you know,
Yeah.
they're gonna notice you're missing whenever you disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I still feel like I could have handled things better with Cord. I
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen with her, but I'm gonna give it some time.
Mm.
I'm gonna write. I'm gonna write a letter to Fable that I'm gonna try to write one with the gift that I
Mm.
want him and her to read together, kind of explaining my situation and that, whenever Cord's ready, I do want to talk again.
Don't
But
I'd say yeah, whenever they're ready, but just still be around. Like I said, don't do the whole balls in her court completely. Just be around.
I'm not exactly going anywhere. She's gonna see me. If she's around PL, she'll have to see me.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell they're gonna fucking throw me out if I'm not just standing around talking with friends.
Mm. Oh,
Maybe the fact that
the look on
maybe
the
the fact that I didn't get. I'm just hoping for the fact that she even stayed in the same room with me for like a second, at least somewhat shows something. That's not completely just.
I think maybe this is a big assumption. This is a huge assumption on my part. Cause hey, I'm a dumb brick, okay? Like I'm oblivious as heck, but
Mm-hmm.
but what my gut instinct's telling me here is that maybe because of some of the stuff that someone's been doing since when she had her, I guess, breakdown is a way to call it. I'm not really sure how to refer to it as, but since that time, I'm assuming the others also been putting more effort, but we've all been trying a little bit harder for, I guess, being there for her.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that she can actually see our attempts.
The fact that you were all there celebrating her birthday,
Yeah.
that's something.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hope. In the past, I'd just, I'd say, hey, hey, how are you doing, Miss Cordelia? Always referred to her as Miss Cordelia at that time. Like, hey, need any help with anything? Just let me know. But the problem was that I was just treating her just like, just like toy, just like Altina. Just waiting to hear that they need help, as opposed to looking into seeing if they actually needed help.
That's something we can't really ever just tell if it's okay to butt in, if, it's too much, too little.
At this point, I don't know if I'll learn any good lessons here, but at this point, I'd feel like I'd rather be annoying them than risk another person just something bad happening to them. God, you should have seen like the range of emotions I had once I found out that Fable and Cordelia were at the heart of the fight back in the war. They were in the heart of it. I mean, fortunately, Sachi was making sure to keep an eye on them and stuff like that, but oh man, regardless, I don't know. I feel like maybe a pathway was made for you to basically just be able to kind of walk back through. Maybe it was for the best that it took you this long to apologize, come back, walk around in the area. Are you? I think you should still try to, I guess, if you see Coda again, just do what you can to keep talking to him. At this point, him being the oldest one, he'd probably be having better advice, better insight.
Coda has definitely. He was basically a wake-up call when I saw him again. He told me exactly what I needed to hear. Because I think he knew exactly how I was feeling. And he even tried to help out with Cordelia. Tried talking to her. Cord is one of those types that runs away and hides whenever she's getting antsy. That's what I was worried about the most, that me coming in too strong would just hunk that up to 11 and just make things even worse.
Yeah.
You can kind of see why I'm going with a somewhat wait-and-see approach.
Yeah, but the problem is that's the same approach that was the same approach for what's been happening to like some of the other younger folk in the neighborhood. A lot of this stuff has basically just been wait and see instead of just pushing a little bit, and then I mean, surely there's a difference between pushing too far and pushing just enough. I know there's got to be some kind of difference there, but just
I'll tell you that I do plan on being around. I'm not gonna dip as soon as I see her come into the room. If she wants to run away as soon as she sees me, that's up to her. I'm not gonna try to chase her down and make it worse, but I'm not gonna ignore her.
Yeah.
I'll at least say hi when I see her. Wait, hopefully get little by little reactions. Maybe at first she'll run away, maybe next time she'll wave.
Hopefully. There's also I'm kind of remembering the thing that Miss Persephone did. Oh yeah, you probably don't even know who she is. She's she's a friend of she's a friend there. She's also been through plenty of things. She was, I mean, heck, she was someone who was affected, heavily affected by the whole Zara stuff. So I'd say, their closeness probably kind of intensified due to their lives being heavily affected by them.
Only thing I hope in the end is that Cordelia's happy. That's what a parent should want, even though I'm not really a parent anymore. Even if a kid is mad at you, or just doesn't want to talk to you, or just resents you, you still want the best for them.
Yeah.
Even if they hate you for it, you still just want to look out for them the best you can.
In your situation, it was more of a... I'm kind of thrown in that situation, though. The whole, hey, it's just, here's your kid. Or rather, here's someone that's going to be considered your kid, kind of thing. Like, I never even...
Same thing that happened with Lynn, too.
I never even realized that the thought that, like, she was, like, adopted, Like, I just remember when Corona, like, appeared with her and just like, hey, just, you guys, like, see her and just, make sure to, like, look out for her. And it's like, yeah, just do what I can to look out for her whenever I see her.
You think the same thing with Lynn too, because like I still remember, like, I took care of her, I watched out for her, Then all of a sudden someone asked, like, hey, who's that? And I'm just like, oh, this is a friend of mine. And then she just looks at me with this angry look, and I'm just like, what'd I say? And then Corona comes up to me and being like, yeah, she sees you tomorrow. Like, what?
Huh.
I hope to God I don't have any more kids come up to me like that. I don't think I can handle it.
Sorry, just...
It's fine. You know about this stuff better than anyone.
Yeah. That one, I don't even know if they're fully cognizant of themselves, but that one little synthetic has a lot more going for them.
The one that calls you uncle now?
Yeah, thankfully we got them to get to at least call me uncle. Yeah. They decided to go with a different name. I was saying, hey, that name that they gave you, not a good name. And so they got a new name, and it was Claptrap.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. I don't know if they happened to see Claptrap doing stuff in PL a long time ago or whatnot, but
oh god, if Claptrap ever showed up at PL, oh god.
What do you mean ever? Like they've been there plenty of times.
Claptrap meets Claptrap. Oh, I can already see the fireworks for that night. Chaos is gonna reign that night if it ever happens.
I was like, what? So, what flavor of chaos would you like tonight? This fine day at PL. Like, this is like we got this flavor here. We do have some occasional like wholesome flavors of chaos here, but we also have the unpleasant stuff down over here. Do you want that too? No, please don't want that. I'll take the wholesome stuff, please. Wholesome, the degenerate stuff, like sure, that's fine. I'll take that over any of the other stuff we're gonna be dealing with.
Yeah.
How do you think you'd be holding out?
I'll try. I think I'm that's the word right there, holding it out. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna send a letter to Fable and just be around.
Make sure.
Honestly, at first I was thinking. At first I thought maybe it would be better if she just forgot about me and moved on. That's what I thought at first. But I've been doing some thinking, and well, this is gonna sound weird out of the blue, but sorry. I've been a real pain in the ass, I feel like, lately.
You have been?
I don't know, but I just feel like I've been acting more like a pessimist lately.
Oh, that. I'm sorry. I look. If anyone has been more annoying, I'd say it's maybe more like your brother. He's been way more grumpy about stuff. You've been like you're just pale in comparison to how grumpy he's been lately.
He's dealing with a lot. Something's bugging him, and he won't tell me what it is. That's got me worried. Must have been something recent too, because this has been a couple weeks ago. He just out of nowhere, he was just pissed about something.
Part of me wants to assume it's got maybe something to do with Icy, but just I don't know. It's something a little bit going on, too ongoing, and whatnot. Which reminds me, I should probably go check up on them myself. I don't want to be bugging Shock about that.
But with everything going on, with everything that's happened with Cord, and just getting reminded about stuff, I'm gonna actually try harder from now on when it comes to this stuff, instead of just trying to get forgotten.
That'd be greatly appreciated, actually. And there's a reason why I'm saying that too. Very specific reason.
Everything that's happened with Cord, everything Toy, it all just... God damn it. It all just got to be too much, just to keep going the way I am now. I'm getting tired of it. Honestly, I know I've softened up a few over the years, but I don't feel like I'm doing that good of a job yet.
I mean, it's not your job to be softening up. It's everyone, everyone softens their own pace, or everyone.
I guess.
Everyone has their own level. Everyone has their own level.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, now that I think about it, how the fuck did you put up with me like 3 years ago?
I didn't think much of it.
That's it?
I thought you were a good friend, and that was that. It wasn't really so much as putting up. It was simply just like, hey, you're my friend.
You're so weird sometimes, you know that?
What? Just... Look, okay, alright, look. In this case right here, like, you get to choose your friends, You choose your friends, you feel like, hey, this person's a friend and whatnot. In some other cases, some other people don't really get to choose who is someone for them to rely on? So it's a bit of a difference there.
You picked an interesting friend. Someone who's got their fucking hands drenched in blood over the years.
Everyone's got
That
their
was
own.
actually another reason why I was trying to stay clear of Cord. I didn't want her to become like that. I was actually always worried that I would just say something, do something that would just screw her up. Kind of got that feeling when Corona died, and I mentioned Corona to her, and she immediately got angry and ran because everyone was mentioning it. I had no idea.
Mm.
And I was like, what if that happens again and again and again? So that's one of the reasons why I panicked and just ran.
Mm.
What if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing?
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure with that one.
That's kind of where I guess in a way that's kind of where I stand whenever someone comes up to me, just looking at me and they're in a state of trouble, and I look at them, I talk to them, and yeah, maybe there's something I could do, but I don't have the same sort of history you do, but I do recognize that trouble does kind of surround me. I'm kind of wondering if it might have been because of this.
Yeah, I get that too.
Because of this thing here. This thing here. I said this thing here.
There you go.
But this, I wish I could give you. I don't even have any good suggestions to be giving your past self in this situation. Just because, I don't know myself either. I'm still 20-something. What do I know? I just been doing what I can to just live in. I've just been trying to live a quiet life. I grew up in the streets. I spent my teens with very raucous people for family members.
Mm-hmm.
And it's how do I help people? I don't really have a foundation for helping people. I've just been guessing.
Yeah, I had that boat too, except mine's a little bit different because, well, when we were at PL and, Fable was mentioning that job to you, right? And then and then I think it was Rookie who looked at me and said, what about Shadow? Look, take her. And then Fable immediately just said, she'll kill him. That hurt a lot more than I let it on.
Oh. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It was
I
Fable, and
contributed.
Fable didn't know.
I contributed to that.
It's an old wound. It's just one of those. Is that what I am? Is that all that I am? Not even Sal was as bad as I was. He was an enforcer in a gang. I was literally my whole job was about killing people.
To be fair, I've been getting Fable's a little bit more no nonsense about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm. Like I don't know if he does look at things with like hey, there's a like how much in the spectrum, black to white, morality, legality. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
where, like how many different shades you can see in there. But like I said, that's only just simply
I've been
just
trying to.
instinct. Nothing confirmed.
Yeah. I've been trying to get better in that regard. The only thing I've really taken out is are monsters and that sort of thing. I haven't really actually killed anyone in a while. Surprising as that might sound, considering how aggressive I can get when it comes to combat.
Yeah, I mean, like you can still be aggressive, but you can still be non-lethal in your aggression. Look, there's healing potions, there's like nanotechnology, there's all this sort of stuff. Like people can get better.
Yeah.
It's gonna sting a bit for a bit, good long bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how long it's going to take for me, if I can ever make up with Cord. Weeks, months. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's years. Maybe when she turns 18, 20. I don't know. But I'm not giving up.
Mm.
Coda actually kind of convinced me, even though if he didn't completely realize it, not to just give up.
Well, as long as someone else did.
Oh, are you jealous?
Just I don't know. I thought like some of my words might have had some kind of weight.
You did, but Coda just knew exactly what to say at the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm basically his fucking mom. He knows me pretty damn well at this point.
Is that? I mean, it's still hard. That's still like a weird thing for you to be saying, because like you said, he's
well, ignoring that. You gotta remember how long. I used to have basically the sword. I figured he does know me pretty well from that.
Mm.
Also, he's actually really. I don't know. He's just got a way of reading people, I think, or at least me.
I would say someone who's like the father of several children, he probably would know a thing or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Cord, maybe one day I'll make things right.
I don't know if it's like
Huh.
I don't know if like maybe the word is or the term is making things right. I know there's something else. There's something along the lines of just finding a new path together.
Hmm.
There was something I wanted to say a while ago. Well, I mean, a couple of minutes ago. Cordelia's. I don't know how much of it is sort of a serious side on her, a serious thing for her, but hey, so apparently, all right, I don't know try not to approach Fable about this, going like, oh yeah, hey, I know about this stuff. Try not to do that. Just be surprised when you come to find out about it. But there might be some kind of love blossoming between Fable and someone else. I don't know who that other person is, but I've been hearing some things like pet names like Lorax and stuff like that, and um and that's been getting Cordelia to kind of go into protective sister mode, I guess, a defensive sister mode.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so stuff like, hey, stuff like now he's forbidden to be dating anyone. I forbid it, kind of stuff. So I hopefully, they kind of prove that, like, that Fable's not going to be going anywhere. That Fable's not going to just leave Cordelia. Because I think that's what she's worried. That she's worried that someone's just going to be taking away her brother, and yet that's another person that's going to be leaving her. So you showing up again, like, I mean, you came back.
Yeah. Poured my fucking heart out like a fucking. I'm still embarrassed. I'd say maybe this could be considered a taking your licks and stuff. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. God knows I got plenty of that, but with this, with everything else, just everything that's been going on, toy, other things like, Gil situation, what's going on with Cinnabelle.
Oh, something else is happening with him?
Besides what little Saya told me, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know.
Something's up though. And so I was playing the whole, I'll deal with it. Yeah, well, newsflash, I've been sitting around in the background for too fucking long, letting things slide.
I would suggest maybe to look into that stuff with Cinnabelle, because there's some things like I
plan to.
Both me and Messiah can't really talk about stuff. Even if it's you, even if someone like you, there's something I can be talking about. At least I'm told I can. And I forgot if I was. Regardless, like, Messiah has a little too much on their plate. So
I had a feeling.
Yeah. And even if that one thing may be the one thing that's on her plate, it's still a little bit much.
Yeah, I need to start looking into stuff. I can't just keep sitting back and just hey, it'll play out.
That's not how it works, unfortunately. I don't mean any offense to anyone.
No, it doesn't.
I don't mean any offense to anyone around us or even to you, but that's what, whenever someone says just let it go, or just like, hey, it'll just have other people help you out with stuff like that. I've still yet to feel like asking help from people has turned into something. I've managed to, like, at least, figure out how to get sleep and, have time for Poyo and all this other work, but just... You know what my sleep cycle's like? They're like...
Worse than mine?
Well, they're like 2 to 4 hours sleep. Like Like I get like 2 to 4 hours of sleep, then I do stuff. Then after a certain amount of time, another 2 to 4 hours of sleep. Get more rest. Then another. It's just that's what it is to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting a night's sleep, a long night's sleep is. It only happens whenever been fighting a lot in a day. Like if I've been having to take care of like business, like, you know, need to be punching things out or smacking things around, then yeah, I'll be getting night's sleep. But otherwise, it's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you have any
Yeah.
idea? You have any idea how difficult it is to kind of like have something like that in a situation where I've got to go to an actual building, you know, building with people wanting to get reactions from me or needing to get information from me or I need to give information back out. Uh,
Jeez.
yeah, like I said, I'm doing what I can to at least look healthy, but I just and I can't blame people. Like I can't put any blame on people. There's just so much stuff like with how things are connected. I remember being told like I always keep hearing stuff about like old people going on like I mean like old when I mean old I mean like ancient people kind of old. Like I'm talking like
Mm.
centuries old. Like them saying stuff that yeah, things were a lot simpler back then. And I'd always just kind of take this sort of like oh, just some old man just being nostalgic about the old days. But
Mm.
I think I kind of understand a little bit more something that they don't realize what's the difference. And it's just look how connected everyone is, or at least the potential for connectivity. We can go to a place that's like thousands of miles away in such a short amount of time. We have information that comes in from other people's locations. Even we can even get information from like other dimensions, and that just means more possible connections, more possible source of a stress,
Mm.
and it's. I mean, I'm not saying that. Hey, yeah, time to take the villain route and let's chop away everyone's connections and make a life a simpler place. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That's not how you go solve a problem. It's just sort of there's no one teaches how to kind of deal with such an expanded world. Getting to know so many people with so many
Mm.
problems, or even how to live properly in a like kids don't know how to live in a life like this. Like the moment they know, wait, magic is a thing. Wait, uh, uh, robots can think for themselves. Uh, oh, I can do cool things. Or hey, wait, I can train to be able to jump up like buildings. Like the moment
Mm.
kids like realize the things that they see in television, some of that stuff is real. They enter they enter a dangerous world. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're simply just protected. Like every kid is protected by by just being oblivious. No, I'm not saying that. It's just there's just sort of an unseen kind of higher chance of getting into predicaments, unfortunate
Mm.
predicaments, and kids aren't trained for that. And neither are the adults. Once again, I'm sorry that I didn't look out for her the way I should have. I'm doing what I can now. I'm still not a great job because, there's other things I gotta take, look at, but I do what I can.
You're honestly, you and Fruity are doing fantastic right now.
I wish I was doing as good a job as some of the others now. I mean, I'm just assuming everyone else is like, Mr. Ion and Coda.
Yeah.
It's kind of also, I don't know if you saw what what we gave her. We gave her some games, but we gave her a thing. This it was like a nice, neat little like star-shaped thing, but it's a thing that can help her, like if she's in any kind of trouble, and if she's in some kind of trouble, and she can't get in contact with us in any kind of way. By us, I mean like me and Fruity. She can use that to just find her way to us. I don't know how much she'll, keep that in mind. But we're doing what we can. And I just hope that I just hope that she at least doesn't feel like she's alone, Like heck, like I'm still even like keeping in mind Umbra. I'm keeping Umbra in mind as well. Like just people around her doing that. I mean, that I see directly around her. I don't know how, like, I didn't realize how connected she was to Miss Persephone until the red wine thing, but then again, I never get to see Persephone. That was like maybe the first time I've seen her since. Dang it.
I saw her walking around a bit, but I never really talked to her. I didn't even know her name.
She, oh my god.
I really need to work on the chairs for this place.
What are they going to do? This is a memorial. They're not going to just like rework this place. I mean, I guess maybe like if someone makes reports like, "Hey, there's something wrong with your chairs. How dare you?" Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe just a heads up, like, "Hey, you should probably do this thing before like a Karen stops by and just, causes trouble."
Yeah, you, Ferdy, have been like doing a whole lot more than I have with Cord, with other situations. Hell, you tried your best with Toy. You're helping Gil out. You kind of made me. Everything that's happened kind of made me realize that. And yeah, this relates to why I said sorry before, because I was just like, I didn't really realize that I was just letting stuff slide and just kind of being, do I care? I realized that I was just trying not to. That's what I was doing, trying not to care. That's all I've known. But I'm done with that.
I'm done just staying in the background and just letting things happen. I'm done trying to just float around. This time I actually got up and made a fucking difference for once.
You've been making differences as it is before. I don't think you realized it.
Yeah, after everything that happened to Corona, I kind of got a reset. Kind of went back into my shell.
That sounds a little more accurate, I guess, but just remember, you've been making differences. Maybe much more smaller amounts to different people, but you've already been doing that. And I guess if you take this attitude, if you stick with this attitude, you'll be. Well, I guess you'll be making more of a difference.
Definitely gonna try to stop pushing out my emotions to the side. That started to happen a lot more when Corona. And it doesn't help anything.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I mean, look, it's all said and done and over with, and it's in the past. But it's still a thing that pops in my head. I just wish I had done more for Corona when it happened.
You know something? When it did happen, I was sad. I was angry, actually angry at everything. Angry at the people who went on the mission. Angry at Sachi for bringing Corona on the mission. Angry at Corona for going.
I was surprised she was even there.
Yeah. Angry at the world for letting it happen. But I was never angry at you.
But...
I can't explain why, but I couldn't. I couldn't be mad at you. I didn't know what was gonna happen when I saw you after. Hell, you came in as the freaking Robobot when it happened. But as soon as I just saw you, I couldn't do it. I didn't want to punch you, I didn't want to kick you, I didn't want to scream at you, I just wanted...
I don't know if I would have even felt anything from what you've done, if you would have reacted in any way. I would have just simply just said... I think I would have just simply said that I deserved it. I mean, I can still remember, just chain of events, just... I wanted to, not have to... sticking to roles and stuff like that, and yeah, I'm sure someone else can help. Like, I checked, just... it's something I try not to talk about. Like I said, it's a thing that happened in the past.
Yeah.
And, Hand of Zaris, they're done and dealt with now. So, it's not like it was a waste or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know you tried. I know you did. That's all that matters. You did everything you could.
It's one of those.
Like I said, to this day,
It's one of those. I did everything I could in the scope of things, as in like, how do I explain it? I didn't want to be like I was going to ignore everyone else who may have been in greater need, or who might have been in a great need. You know, like I'm only just helping out my friend. I'm not helping out everyone else.
yeah.
Which is ironic considering that's the reason why I even helped out with the whole war stuff. It was to help specifically keep watch over Fable and Cordelia. But I kind of figured that at that time, by that point, like, look, if my intention is to protect them, then that means I'm gonna go above and beyond, cause enough trouble to the Hand of Zaris. So that, to me, that was like that was my um uh you know, that was how that's how I made things fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it always just feels weird when I hear, I guess, you saying that or some others saying that. Like, you did what you could. Like, I did what I could so that, you know, people are not going to be saying, like, oh, Kirby just, you know, ditched everyone else. And, well, hey, you know, maybe helping just the one person can actually mean something, because look at the ripples. Look how much this has affected people.
Yeah. One death can cause a really big effect, no matter how small. I know that better than anyone.
Yeah.
I know you're too used to hearing that you did what you could, but it is true, and like I said, I just can't get mad at you.
Mm.
Or I couldn't get mad at you, and I still can't because for everything that we've been through, hell, this is gonna sound dramatic, but you practically fucking saved my life. Just meeting you. Because I was in just such a rut before I met you and everyone, really.
It's a bit of a... Is it a bit excessive? Or maybe not excessive, but like exaggerated. There you go. Isn't it a bit exaggerated?
If I didn't meet you guys, I don't know how long I would have been staying in that line of work. I was still in when I was with you guys.
Mm.
And I just felt dead to the world.
Mm.
You gotta remember, after, you know, my history, what I dealt with, Chrono was the one person outside of you guys that I knew, and even then I didn't really think about what it meant. Me and Sal were just barely talking again.
Mm.
And then you just rolled up one day, and for some reason I was just like, this one seems interesting. Maybe I'll just follow him around for a little bit, see what happens. Maybe he'll get himself, I don't know, in a bar fight, and I can just laugh when he gets beaten up, and then...
Yeah.
And then you start dragging me along more, or I start following you more and more, and I don't know.
I think most other people would be calling the situation as me dragging a bunch of other people into weird places.
Yeah, and the thing is like, when that happened, when you did drag people into weird places, I was just like, I'm enjoying this? And then I started to realize later and later that You actually meant a lot to me. Which is weird, because, like, just with everything I've seen from you guys, I've always felt like the outsider, the different one. Especially with you. Hell, we couldn't be more fucking opposites. Now look at us, just sitting here, chatting about stuff. Going on for what? Years now? Someone's dog is barking up a fit.
Those wild dogs sound a lot more domesticated than I expected here. I guess something about this place is makes them a little bit more docile, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I was saying, it was just... I never pictured me knowing you for this long and considering you, hell, probably my fucking best friend.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'd be if I didn't meet you.
That is exaggerated slightly, but I was already not doing good. Or I was making it, but something always felt just empty. Like, yeah, I had my brother back, I had Corona. But I always felt like I was just missing something.
I don't know. I feel like I would have eventually bumped into you in some way.
Maybe. Who knows?
Look, my life. If I wasn't picked up from the streets, like I probably would have been doing some weird, crazy stuff, anyways. And you probably would have either, I don't know, like you would have had to I would have been one of your targets, or, I don't know, like, would have bumped into the Shock at some point. Who knows? Maybe I'd be like working under Shock.
Maybe. Jesus Christ, he was one of my targets. That's...
Well, you wouldn't have an easy time with me anyways, so...
Oh, you'd make it fun, huh?
Well, I don't know if I'd be making it fun. I'd probably be driving you crazy more than anything, I think, but... That's good juice.
You're such a dork.
You know, I'm talking to...
Jesus, fuck.
Alright. Look, is there something wrong with wild dogs barking?
It's distracting.
A
little.
Look, it's just like, birds just cawing or the wind howling. This is the sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
talking to you and Shock just always just makes me feel like I'm supposed to be older than I am.
Well, honestly, I've always seen just me and Sal, the lives we had. We kind of lived life on fast motion,
You know what?
fast mode.
Yeah, I can see that, I guess. You guys, I guess mentally just probably a lot more, some aspects a lot more older.
Well, with the lives we had to.
Mhm. But you couldn't grow up in...
We were practically in our 20s when we were teens.
But you can grow up in certain other aspects, though.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, better late than never.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a little bit better, just get a little bit more normal, back to my age. Sal's always going to be the way he is. The freaking crew he used to run with, they were all old-timers. Or at least the guy who ran it was an old-timer.
Look, we keep talking...
He picked up on it way too quickly.
We keep talking about this in human terms. Like, we don't even know what the hell old-timer is really for us here.
Yeah, you got a point. Considering how we might be freaking still kicking like it's nothing when we're in our hundreds.
Mm-hmm. God, that feels... thought about that is so weird to me. I grew up as a human. Like, it wasn't until just a couple of years ago that I just like, hey, you you're a devil. What? I was like, oh, okay. That's weird. Okay. Uh, so do I need to look into demonology? It's like, no, those are demons and devils are two different things. What? What?
I think it's easier. I think it's easier when you just forget about all the. Okay, here's the mythology. Here's the book about demons. Here's the books of ology and all that. It's just like what you are, where you came from, why you're this. It's like you're Kirby. You have something called Blue Devil. It gets you more powerful, faster, sometimes
hungrier,
and you eat a lot after you're done. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That's all it is. It's Devil's a name.
Yeah.
I never saw it as anything more than just a power-up. Of course, I didn't see this as anything but a power-up until recently. Actually getting a little bit easier to control right now.
I say I got lucky with that. I don't have to even I don't even have to think about that sort of stuff. Like I don't need to look into anything. It's just simply I could turn it on whenever. I don't feel angry. I don't feel anything growing inside me whenever I'm beset. And that means I don't have to look into this stuff. I mean, sure, maybe I should be, perhaps, but like, maybe when things get a little more stable around me, perhaps.
Yeah, and besides, you found out about your stuff when things were, let's be honest, things were a shit show back in the day.
Yeah, including a whole bunch of things that I am the only one that can remember. Sorry, I'm still a little salty about that.
Hey, I remember things too. I just half the time I don't think about it.
No. I mean, like, you ever heard me just refer to something as a time that everyone forgot?
I think so.
Yep. A whole bunch of things that happened that time, and all of it is completely irrelevant. That's why I don't bother looking into it. I've tried to at some point. Like, it explained why I had so many weird memory things at some point, but... You know what was wild? Like... like, there was a time where, like, Altina was actually working under Kakaretta. But...
Wait, really? Why do I remember?
Everyone else, from what everyone saw, from what everyone can remember, though, it was those two were against each other. That's what anyone can remember.
There was an office. She was writing ideas. We just found a room and locked it as soon as we could. Just went over things to try to help Kaku.
Do you remember being in the ALA base?
Yeah, actually, it was weird, and I think my clothing was a little bit different. But I think so. Everything besides me, like, I remember spring a little bit. I remember a lot of weird stuff that happened where you went quiet. But everything before I started running in the murk days is murky. No pun intended. I remember I remember we were just sparring in a tree once. Everything that happened with Corona. Of course, that was all
that was stuff that
after, I think.
that stuff is that did happen. So far, a lot of stuff you've mentioned did happen.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly around a lot back then either. I remember that. I remember I was kind of just getting my shit together. But there's that ALA base stuff. It's just, why would I be in a fucking military base? This is weird to think about. Though honestly, this fucking this world, metaverse, whatever we call it anymore, is so freaking messed up. Honestly, nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah. And not to mention, I've already determined, just whatever happened during that time that people forgot is just it's just irrelevant. I mean, listen, I'm not the one that's decreeing that's irrelevant, but it just seems irrelevant now. There's nothing everything I've tried so hard to see, what can I take from this? What knowledge can I take from here? It's nothing. There's nothing you can take from that. The only thing I have is simply just things are a bit different, and there was a situation where last memories I have of that other side was just me, Kakareta, and Sachi fighting each other. That's all I can remember.
Honestly, sometimes it feels like you, me, Oogie, and Sachi are the only ones who've been around long enough to even somewhat comprehend stuff back then. And Fruity. Well, I forgot. Was she around? Or I don't remember.
She was around.
Okay, yeah.
So
I don't think I really interacted with her a whole lot that much.
I'm being selfish right now. I want to say something else that's kind of wild.
Go for it. We've already been here forever now. Why stop now?
Yeah, and not to mention, I mean, look, at some point I'm going to be talking about this, and we got so many years and whatnot. I'll probably be talking about it at some point. So, better I'm not going to delay the inevitable, basically. Just make sure not to make mention this to anyone else. Please, not mention anyone else. Fruity knows, but for her, she doesn't recognize it as the time that people forgot. For her, it's just yeah, that happened. That's a weird thing too. For her, she's just she can't seem to tell the difference between what people see that happened and what has been forgotten. Anyways, did you know Sachi, in this time that people have forgotten, Sachi went out with one of my sisters.
What?
That was like I said, that was a time that people forgot and whatnot, but yeah.
Jeez.
Things were just different. I don't know what is the catalyst that made things different, but
yeah, I remember I was just talking to you a bit, but we didn't really get a chance to hang out a lot. Did you go to you didn't go to a club, did you?
The problem with that answer, for me to answer that, is that I do not know if that's what people remember.
Yeah, but
Because the thing is, there's a car. We have a car on our property that's not under my name.
yeah.
That car,
What?
you know, the one that's got you know, a picture of myself wearing a maid outfit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car came from that club.
Wait, what? You stole a car from a club?
I mean, I didn't do that. Mainly because like I knew there's no way I could get away with that. But like Freddie was fawning over that. At least that's the thing. I don't know if she was fawning over it, but I don't know if that's part of the part where everyone actually remembers. I mean, you know, the world that people remembers. So, yeah.
Fruity fawning over a car, and then I got stolen. I'm imagining Fruity jumping into a car, hot wiring it, and driving out of a freaking club with the stereo blasting. You know she would.
We're gonna be driving through space in that vehicle, just blaring out music and. Grief. Oh well. Anyways,
There's a lot of things that I know happened, but I don't really think about anymore. Like I'm pretty sure you and Fruity were always married when I met you. I think.
I don't believe so. No. No.
Huh.
We weren't when we met you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you two are just friends back then. I think how the fuck?
I knew her way longer than most other. I knew her, and I knew Ven longer than the rest of you guys.
Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, because I remember seeing those two with you a lot, or a bit. Everyone else kind of just faded in.
So, you know, we're doing that thing where a bunch of old people start reminiscing about the old days.
Chugs the juice box. Throws it back in the cooler.
Okay.
What do you fucking take me for? Here of all places?
I was a little worried about that.
What kind of fucking monster do you think I am?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. And besides, reminiscing about the old days like this, like the time, whatever you call it, for some reason I'm getting a migraine. And not like I'm grumpy mode. I mean like this is hurting my head. Maybe I should stop thinking about it.
Oh. Alright.
For some reason I just feel like a very increasing amount of anger or annoyance, and I don't know why. I think that's a sign to stop thinking about it.
Yeah. Let's do that then. Well, look, hey. Let's look into this sort of stuff. Well, I mean, you probably will be doing anyways, but I'd be down for helping you look into this Oni stuff, at some point.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be happening for a while, but when I do think I catch something, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
If I catch anything, there's a big might in that.
Well, I got plenty of time for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Take it one day at a time. Take it one whatever at a time. So.
Yeah.
I gotta get going now. I've been spending too much time out here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Days going by quickly. I think I'll stick here for a bit longer.
You gonna leave me hanging here?
I didn't even see you. Okay, I'll be honest. I actually thought you were just checking your watch or something.
No. This is checking the watch. This is me holding out the fist, hoping that you catch on. Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for taking some time out of your day just to hang out with this freaking broken warrior.
Broken warrior, you're not even in your you're not even middle aged by human standards.
Told you I grew up in fast forward mode.
Whatever. Yeah, so are we gonna say that some of the neighborhood watch girls are adults as well then? I mean, some are actually literal adults, but look, just
No, if you want to make me feel like a kid again, buy me fucking ice cream next time.
All right, I'll try to do what I can to remember that. I'll make sure, one of the little icy vendors walking around, I'll try to get something from them.
Mm-hmm. Get like one of the popsicles with the bubble gum and
No. I'm talking. Look, I'm talking about the rainbow icy, thing that you scoop it up, put in a little plastic cup.
Her eyes actually lighten up a little when she hears that. Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you, and good luck.
Yeah, you too, man.
Remember, you matter a lot to people. Even if they get annoyed by you, you still matter.
Thanks. You can call it scene there.
All right, I was about to switch out.
No, I ain't got nothing to say.
Whew, we went for a while. We went for a while there. Chat. Hi, hello. He's kind of stepped away already.
Yeah, I didn't go too nuts, but the song I was listening to, Endwalker, the Endwalker trailer. Final Fantasy 14.
Didn't walk all the way down there because I was gonna be like this guy at a stand going
No.
$5.
Oh, I feel bad now. I feel bad. Oh.
Dipping nuts.
Hunt.
Small.
Remember, these avatars were made for a special thing. Don't keep switching into
I know. I know.
I think I saw somebody fucking running around PL as that one day.
I mean, they might have asked about that too, but
probably.
Is Kirby a singularity thonk? No, just
probably.
Look, it's just actually, you know what? That I guess that's one of the things that Mars has kind of like implied, I guess, that my character is one of many singularities that exist here.
Mars is, I love Mars, but sure stuff hurts my brain sometimes. Fucking Undertale stuff. I could literally feel my brain melting. Well, I would have, but then I was like, wait, I'm not Shadow. I'm just gonna pull up the fourth wall real quick and stare at it.
Yep.
I don't appear to be able to change avatars anymore.
What? No.
Try again.
There it goes. There it goes.
Takes a bit. It's a glitch.
Mm. Whoo, man. That was So yeah, anything
I
else?
figured it would last pretty long.
Any things to make note of?
We
Nothing
shall now call
particular.
this the Hamill Memorial of Character Development.
But the whole thing I wanted for Shadow is to basically being like, hey, let me not be a fucking pessimist all the time now, and let me actually try to look at things with a more positive outlook and actually get out there more. You know, going to PL, checking out, you know, the new guild, meeting new people. Actually fucking not minding it when Kirby starts ferreting in everyone's business, being like, maybe I should actually do that more.
Oh shoot! The timing of my character going like, can you just give me just one break when I'm stuck doing I'm helping someone out and then heckle me afterwards. Like I feel like the timing of that might have been pretty good actually.
Probably. I have weirdly good timing and I don't realize it because I still remember just before we started doing RP. I think a couple days ago. I think it was an adventurous. It was the Adventurous Guild for Lotus.
Yeah.
He gave me a move. It was like this giant alpha death claw looking thing, you know, special.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, Shadow. So what you're gonna do is I want you to show that this is a baby death claw. So try to act baby." I was just looking like, how the fuck do I act like a baby death claw? And then unknowingly, I did two things. I ran up to a random mook and like just kept smashing it on the ground. Temper tantrum.
Yeah.
And then I was like it was in the cave area. Funny enough, the place where we did a Cove Vein stuff way back in the day. And I was just like in the middle of the cave, and I was like looking around, being like, they're gonna see me, and they're not gonna want to proceed because this is where they need to go. Nap time. And I just took a nap, and I was like, oh my god, I acted like a fucking baby deathclaw and didn't realize it till the end.
I don't think maybe they would have picked up on that. I think maybe sort of like a temper tantrum could work, but also like just.
No, here's the thing. They told me that. They're the ones who told me that. I didn't know. I didn't think of that. I didn't know that until Lotus and the others mentioned something like, yeah, you threw a temper tantrum and you took it up, and I was like,
okay,
wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
They're the ones who fucking told me, and I was like, and then Roz is like, yeah, you accidentally went into character, and I was like, the fuck?
Fruity.
What the fuck is with my timing?
Fruity, what do you think of what you bore witness to here?
For what I saw, because I didn't have to leave as soon as I arrived because I go to the bathroom all of a sudden. God damn it, body. Character development injected into my veins.
What's your character development? I guess.
Yes, on this.
A little bit.
Basically
The whole
like a Persona resolve moment.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that I'm trying to get Shadow to be like more like letting go of things and actually like try. Because another thing too is like the gift I got Cord, which I'm gonna send a message to Corona to, like basically just a full-on letter that I would like Fable and Cord to read together.
Oh yeah, my character
just
was,
be like, you
my
know,
character was trying
that'd
to
be
say
Shadow's
like, my character was trying to say like, hey, just make sure to make it so that Fable, it's up to Fable if they want, if that's the case. But,
that's the plan.
Yeah.
The whole plan is literally like giving Fable the gift, giving Fable the letter, and the first thing that it's gonna say is Fable when she's ready, and when you think she's ready, because you know her best. I want you two to read this. I want you two to read this letter together. And it's basically Shadow explaining what happened, blah blah blah. And she's also gonna give Fable the gift, and say, give this to her when you think she can, you know, handle it. And the thing is, it's like I still remember like one of the things that was said was everyone kept giving her stuff that reminded her of Corona. She's like, "What's with all the dead mom stuff?" And I was just like, "What's something that would work? That would be more appropriate for the future?"
Mm-hmm.
So
wait.
I was kind of choked.
Sorry, I just realized. Are we the only ones that didn't do a dead mom gift?
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god!
Oh.
So the thing I thought of was because I was kind of choked up when I was saying it.
Yeah.
But it's basically a utility belt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for like you can store like lockpicks in it. You can attach your knives, a gun. You can easily put a holster on it. It's easy to take off. It goes with anything. Very durable.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it probably has an enchantment. So like if you put some in it, it's basically like, you know, if you put something in it, it's like wearing a.
It sounds like something that was on one of Corona's avatars. Belt. There was a belt.
Really?
Pouches.
Oh, well.
Unintentionally dead mom gift.
The thing is, the whole thing would be like, this is for you.
Yeah.
For your stuff, so it will come in handy for you. And I kind of wanted to throw it like, you know, you remember the Star Wars utility belts where they had like the little grappling hook on it and you just swung it?
Yeah.
And they like swung around across the chasm. I wanted to put something like that on it, like a little grappling hook to catch yourself if you're falling or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like if you need to propel down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a gift that's useful. That'll come in handy, and it's like, you know, unique. Because the first thing I thought of was a music box, and then immediately saw somebody do that. I was like, okay, what else? Maybe a necklace another necklace, but she got Kirby that, so I was like, I don't want to go 2 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Want to try something different? It's just like, you know, I wanted something that's like useful. That'll come in handy. Like you can literally, it's basically like a belt. You can put anything in it because like it's enchanted, so the pockets are slightly deeper than normal pockets.
Mm-hmm. Oh god! Boy. I just saw what Kaku wrote down in response to some of the pictures that were taken. A date woke eyes.
Woke.
Oh my god. In any case, hey, it's like 1:38. There's still
yeah.
There's still an onsen to go to.
Are you gonna go as Danielle?
Yeah, I guess maybe I might switch over to Ava or Kirby afterwards.
I was thinking about going as Shock because it's like,
mm-hmm.
It's funny when you mentioned like when Kirby was like, "Yeah, Shock's been acting really grumpy." I was like, "Wait, was he? What'd I do?"
Shock's just been a bit of a grump in Kirby's eyes, like both in text and outside, just exuding grump energy.
A couple reasons.
Mm.
One was because of everything that happened with Icy.
Mm.
2, and I made it so he didn't even tell Shadow this. He tells Shadow not tell them everything, but they there's not a lot of secrets between them.
Yeah.
But I did have it so it's like he didn't tell her that I think Rookie's still missing. After that whole because you remember you were Patty for it during the whole hey, we're gonna fight and find out what happened later. Yeah, I don't know if they did that yet. I don't know if it's a character that Rookie's still missing. I keep forgetting to ask.
Oh boy.
Depending on how that turns out, I know what the 2 possible results are, so it's just been time. I guess they just
also
have the time to figure it out.
I just mean in character days. Like, is this happening in character that they're both just missing at the moment, or I'm hoping that's what it is because time skip is like
supposed to be fighting for a week, but it's been more than a week. So I'm guessing they just things got in the way.
The fighting, I think he said stopped. Like rather the fighting ended. Fighting's ended.
I think it stopped, but Shock didn't get a message yet.
So we would be I
Giving
think
one
there was
pizza.
something planned depending on how that turned out, but you just ask them what happened.
Mm.
Yeah, I probably will.
They might
Oh,
have
you
changed
didn't
it.
see. And Gil also messaged me something that I don't know if it's related, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. There was also a moment where, like, Shock, like, as soon as he was like, "Oh, Rookie's still missing," and like, I think Tenny's the only one who saw it, but like, he punched the wall on the ship, and these are meant to be sturdy too. They're
Yeah.
and he didn't use it. He didn't use it all of his force because that'd be stupid.
Yeah.
Punching a hole in the ship would be stupid.
Yeah.
But basically, all of his human strength, he just like bring on the wall as hard as he could, and Tenny's like, "Oh, okay, understood."
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that kind of like ticked Shock off, and he's grumpy. I also had it in character. He's grumpy because he's dealing with a lot of fucking paperwork and bullshit, and he's running himself ragged in the fucking bar. Because I kind of have it that he's been busy.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically running himself ragged with work at the moment, which is what Abby's been specifically getting on this case about too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how does one go to the onsen RP? Pizza. So you'd basically you'd be joining on. I would say you would join on the Purple Lotus Discord, so that you can get the proper information for adjusting your avatar. Like you join the Purple Lotus Discord. There is a channels for like let's see PL general information. There basically that gives you all the information you need, including the avatar guidelines.
Because there are guidelines.
Keep in mind, yes, avatar guidelines are very important.
Yeah, they need it the most over there because of how many people they get.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, how many people they get and how much people that they can't basically be like, oh yeah, I know that you'd be able to keep things with the materials in check. I know you can keep things like they can't. It's too difficult to kind of just do that. Like in the like in the neighborhood, at the very least, like we know for most part, like a lot of people can basically be like, yeah, I have all these materials, but you're only seeing just one material at a time. Like there's plenty of us know how to work with that, but I'm sure it's not guidelines considering how popular onsen. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not guidelines. It's some requirements there.
They're rules.
They're straight up rules.
Yeah.
It's like if you go in, you've got to have like outdoors got to be optimized and all that.
And also personally speaking, like for me,
God,
for someone like me, look, I all my stuff, one material. The gun, that's another mesh, that's another material. I try to keep everything as that's just my thing. It's my thing. I am not going to be That's just my preference. It just feels so nice that I'm like, oh, I got this on one material. Yay. I say this and I have dynamic bones. Anyways, so yeah.
Luckily, dynamic bones isn't something they look out for.
Yeah, because everyone can turn that off. That's the thing that we have control over.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go.
Right.
Crystal
Well,
Sugi.
we'll tell you if you do go as Ava, this fuck will probably use the talk.
Yeah. We'll see then. We'll see. Oh my god, I'm also kind of like dude, I am so scared of the idea of like Danielle coming like if she were to hear some talk about the whole like stuff with Cordelia and stuff like that, like just in the whole like she has no context for things, and she'd basically be like, hey, that shadow person's a jerk. Screw her.
The funny thing is, if that happened, if I was shocked and he overheard that, he'd been like, "Oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
sorry, Shadow." Just like keep walking because like he is straight up like he knows how his sister is. Because she can be prickly when it comes to people. She got Elric fucking pissed because she's like she got Elric mad because she kept fucking talking shit about him.
Oh god. Oh, there we go.
She's very much
She's very much of a, if you're a fuckboy, if you look like a fuckboy and act like a fuckboy, I'm gonna treat you like a fuckboy. But if she's actually really friendly with normal people too. That's the funny thing. Like that average Joe that came into PL, she was really friendly with them.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people from the guild. But yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, I got the thing now. So,